Hi, welcome back this week. This week we are going to be shading hair with Dremel Versatip. We have just got the shading tip in this. I will show you once we get the overhead camera. And this is absolutely a brilliant tool for making your darks really dark and doing it very quickly. So let's get...
You don't have to use that.
No, you don't have to use that. This is just a personal preference, if I'm honest with you. It is just that's it. So what I've got in here, you can see, hands are not going to go too close because it's on. I've been warming it up for the past few minutes because these ones take a while to warm up. But these tips on here, you can see it's at a slant, and we'll use it with the slant side facing down. You don't have to use one of these if you haven't got one of these. You can use the normal wire tip or whatever you've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this block of wood this side. With these particular tools, they feel a little bit unnatural in your hands. So as you put the tip down, it's actually quite a long tip and it just feels a little bit unnatural. But I find that if you have something to rest on, it gives you a little bit more of a natural hand position with these particular pens. So what I'm going to do is just get in there. Now, what's this on? So this particular one's got a bit of a setting, so it goes up, you can hear that, and then you can turn it down. So I've got this turned down at the moment. We're just going to see how this goes on this lime wood. I'm just going to start here. So we're just going in backwards and forwards movements, just because that's the way hair goes. It's a little bit on the random side. Okay, so while I start getting this plotted in, I'm going to hand you over to Phil, and he's going to say hello to everybody.
Wow. Afternoon, everybody. Today we have Andrew from AGK Woodworks.
Hi, Andrew. And Debbie, if you're there.
Rob from Clunesford Abrasives.
Hey up, Rob.
We have Bitten.
Hi, Bitten.
We have Jamie from JP Woodwork.
Hi, Jamie Pie.
And we have Alex, where's the wood butcher?
Hi, Alex.
And we have Wayne, Bigfoot Woodcraft.
Hi, Wayne. Valerie. Hi, Valerie. I hope you're feeling better.
And I think I've got to the bottom of the list now.
Cool. So if you are new in the chat, say hi. These guys are nice and friendly. We're nice and friendly. Hope you enjoy yourself. So we're just getting these in. Now, I'm not too concerned about, I'll zoom that in a little bit more for you so you can see.
So we've just been joined by Huey Leinart.
Hi, Huey. So just zooming that in.
Check up on you.
Yeah, that's the one. That's not...
That's focusing on the tool, not you, not your work.
There we
go.
So we're just going to get these darker bits in there. I'm not worrying at the moment about having it even, because hair is definitely not even, depending on what light you look at it at. That's really weird to say. It depends on what colour it looks, no matter whether it's dark or light in the first place. So we're just going to add...
Andrew says, hello, Huey. Kezzy's keeping it classy today. She's only just started, so give a chance.
Trying to keep it classy. I can't tell what pops into my brain when people say things. So just getting some of these darker bits in there. Just going with the flow of the hair as best as I can. Now the hair that this little boy's got is kind of sticks everywhere really. So we're just kind of going in randomly, just making sure the darks are dark, the lights are light, and the midtones are in between. Just backwards and forwards motion. Very, very gently. Again, same with this pen as with the other pen. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. So if you are using the other pen, or you plan on using the other pen for something similar, then again, there's no pressure on this pen at all. So getting those dark sections in there. Now some sections here are quite a lot darker than the rest. Now we just need, with this, it's really, really easy to layer in that dark section because it burns the wood really fast. Hence why I like to use it for things like this. Just covering some of those sections there, but also making sure that we've got random bits. Because hair is very random. So what has everybody been up to this week? Anything good? Got anything good planned? There we go, getting those in there. Now, what I will do is when we finish plotting most of this hair in, you've always got wispy bits of hair that come down onto the face. Now, that is something that will be added in later on. It's not something that needs to be added now because the wispy bits are actually lighter than the skin tone. So what you have to do is put the skin tone in and then you scrape away the little wispy hairs. So that is something that's done afterwards. So don't worry about getting in any of the wispy hairs. Don't fuss over them too much because we need to do the face, the rest of the forehead first.
Yeah, Jamie surprisingly has been turning.
Nice.
He's managed to get back to having 5 videos backed up.
Brilliant. Nice. You been turning anything good, or are you keeping it a secret till your videos come out? It's been a bit of a work and hospital week for us, hasn't it, this week?
Well, talking about Wayne says, did this week I spent a day and night in the cardiac ward again.
Oh.
What I've planned is not spending another one.
Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you.
And Rob says he's been driving himself mad trying to do CAD Morse tapers.
I say that like I understand what he's talking about because I really have no idea.
Okay.
I know CAD's a package.
The Morse tape is the tapered bit on the drill, on the chuck that goes in the drill or in the lathe.
Yeah, no, I understand that bit, but how do you do them in a package? I'm not software oriented, you know me. Not technically in any way, shape or form. Look at me like that. You should see the look he's giving me.
Andrew says I've been doing how many glass engraving?
Nice. I saw your other glass engraving before.
He's tried to do a mirror next.
Ooh. Oh, do you do mirrors from the back or from the front?
I would say you do them from the front.
Do you? Because the actual mirror shine, the bit that reflects back is actually on the back.
Yeah. Don't know.
That's why I was asking.
And Lucy Bundy Rose joined us.
Hi, Lucy. How are you, kids and Andy? We took our bunch of kids swimming this morning. Quite an eventful swim, wasn't it?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Taking the husband for exercise. So just making sure.
Well, Rob says if you laser them, you're doing them from the back.
Okay, suppose so. I don't know. I've never thought about engraving a mirror. Just wondered how you would do them.
And Wayne says he spent today concreting a small retaining wall. It's exhausted me completely.
You've just come out of hospital, mate. I don't think you should have been doing that in the first place.
Couldn't do the rest. I will try again next weekend.
Dear me. You know that planning not to be in there again?
He's not been planning very well. But he's not been executing it very well, is it?
No, you're not executing your plan very well, mate.
Oh, Lucy's been down to the beach.
Nice. So she's been for a swim then. So just getting some darker patches in here. So just trying to flow with the hair. The hair goes that way, sort of, over there. And then it's coming that way over there. So be mindful as to move that over there actually so you can see. Yeah, so just making sure that you're mindful when you're doing hair of to which direction it is, because it's the same when you do fur. It looks weird if you do it in the wrong direction. So always look back at your reference photo.
Well, Andrew's been told to do it on the front. If it fails, it's Shug's fault.
Shug's fault.
Lucy says he's too rough for swimming.
Yeah.
And Wayne says, don't see the point in engraving mirrors because when I look in them, they're already perfect.
That's a great answer, really, isn't it?
And then Jamie says Lucy's been swimming in the puddle in the car park.
Oh. Oh dear. I must admit, a lot of the kids are taller than me. I'm not short, but a lot of the kids are taller than me. But we got my 14-year-old laughing at me earlier because he could touch the bottom halfway up the pool and I couldn't. It's only a 25-meter swimming pool, isn't it? But yeah, he could touch it, and he's like, "Mum, you can't touch it." I was like, "I know, I'm floating." Yeah, so he was laughing, and the 9-year-old could touch where I was touching. So it says how tall he is too, doesn't it? So here, just here, this section is where the change happens from one side to the other. So you're just need to be quite mindful of that.
And Clive, Sneaks Waldart's joined us.
Hey up, Sneaks, how you doing? How's Mama Sneaks? So just making sure that we're adding dark patches in and leaving some lighter whilst following the grain direction. There's a lot to think about, but you soon get used to it.
I have a question from Lucy.
Yep.
Andy says, is it out of the box yet?
No. No, it's not out of the box yet. Somebody has had one of those fall off the wagon kind of months. So he's been a little bit lost. So he's not designed his bench or anything yet.
We're slightly out of focus again now.
Oh, are we? Okay, yeah. We'll tap there. We all have those kind of times.
Yeah.
And I think both of us have been a bit like that, haven't we?
Phil, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You'll get there. I actually thought a nice new exciting toy would get you moving.
Yes, I'll get moving on it.
I'm not complaining. You do what you want to do.
I've got to tidy the other workshop.
What's the other workshop got to do with...
Look at the frame.
Oh, yeah, you're making it out of metal, aren't you?
Yeah. So I have to tidy the workshop before I can start thinking about welding frames up.
Yeah, because there's a metal. We've got a small metalworking shop attached to the woodworking shop, and it's because we mainly do woodwork, and we do Phil does mainly metalwork to complement the woodwork. It's not actually used all the time, so quite often it's just one of those spaces, isn't it, where you kind of go, well, I'll put it in there and I'll move it later. I'll put it in there and I'll move it later. And later doesn't come until you've got a job to do. And then you go, I really don't want to move all that, do you? Innit? You know what it's like.
Now, Andrew says it's going to end up like Shug Super. No, it's not. It will be out the box soon.
It will be out the box because our 14-year-old is bouncing off the walls to use it. So at the moment, I've been able to keep him contained, but I won't be able to keep him contained much longer.
Wayne wants to know, what do you mean Phil had a fall off the back of the wagon week? Do you mean someone nicked him, or do you mean he was using a wagon as a skateboard? Now, technically, I had 2 days off at Shropshire football this week.
Yes, he did, but this past month you've still been a bit. You kind of like lost your way a little, haven't you? Everybody does it. You need to come tidy the workshop. Soon gets you going, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mama Sneaks is out dancing, apparently.
Nice. Good on her.
And Lucy says we need to do a live unboxing.
Live unboxing. Oh, of you. What's it? I'll let Phil do that.
He says hashtag keep it in the box.
Keep it in the box, yeah.
Hey, the way tool prices are changing, it might be worth keeping it in the box.
Yeah, that's true. So still just getting these darker patches in, and then we'll blend it out from the darker to the lighter. Just getting extras in there. Well, not extras, just extra layers, I suppose. Just being mindful of the hair direction as well, because this is starting to, it kind of comes that way and then round that way. And a little bit. Get that bit in. Just there so I can see the direction. Yeah, I'll let you do the unboxing of that, Phil, because I just pull bits out and go, that's a thingamajig. That's a thingamajig. That might go on that one. I don't know. I mean, can you imagine it?
And apparently Andy's looking at number 3 and number 4.
Nice.
You're not going to be able to move in your house soon.
Yeah.
And Rabbi's joined us.
Hi, Rabbi. Hope you're doing all right this week. Just getting these in. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn this up a little bit. Just only gone a little bit, as you can see there. Just going a little bit. That's it.
Wayne says Huey's having a live unboxing with his vacuum cleaner.
Is that in 2038?
But he has to get a new plug for it. Because it's that old, it's got a round pin plug on it.
Was the Hoover bought as a shop vac, or is it like a Henry Hoover where you just clean up your mess?
It's a shop vac.
Ah, okay. So just getting these layers in here. Now I'm having to use this in a quick motion, as you can see, because this tool burns quite hot, and because it's got a bigger surface area, as you can see that surface area there, it doesn't go into the wood like the little wire tip ones. Just move that across, don't want to burn that. So I am able to still burn over the surface of the wood rather than, even though it is really, really hot. Because if I ran the wire tip the same heat as this is, it would literally just sink and scorch.
You need either a big screen shader or something similar to that, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. If you are using a wire tip, then it can be done. It just takes a lot longer, that's all. So this bit of hair is actually coming around there. So you just have to take your time. If you're doing wire tip, just take your time and keep your temperatures at a medium, really. I would be here for about 3 days with hair, hence why I use this one. I mean, if you've got a different soldering iron type one, by all means you can use that if you're happy with that. Just remember to have something to lean on to bring your hand up a little bit. It just puts your hand into a better position.
Rabbi, how have you guys been?
Doing
excited
all right.
for the summer season?
Yes.
It will be better.
Yes, definitely.
We have a lot of water at the moment.
Yes, we do. We actually, because the farm has obviously got fields on it. On our back fields, the back fields here is where the cows normally are. There's sheep at the moment, but it's just one big massive bog because it just doesn't drain very well. So it actually comes into the grass in the yard.
Not the garden. You're going stateside, are you? The yard.
Oh, whatever. Garden, yard, whatever. Yeah, so the water off the field comes into ours and it just makes the grass a real big slushy mess. So it'll be nice for the ground to dry up just a little bit. There we go. Just adding these layers in. I'm not being too careful because hair is very, very random. So don't worry too much. With these first layers, you can just get them in, just making sure that you go in this, the direction that the hair is going.
Rabbi says you just finished dinner. It feels good to see you guys doing pyrography. Very calming.
Thanks. Did you have anything interesting for dinner? What are we having for dinner?
Pork.
Pork. Okay. Sunday dinner then?
Yeah.
So down here by the ear, actually, there.
JP says he's fed them cows before.
Yes, you have fed them cows before.
Not cheesy nachos, no, only sharing.
No. I think they would have taken your cheesy nachos. So just getting this in down here, because there is hair all the way down to this little bit just here. It's actually dark, quite a bit darker. So
Rabbi, I had fish and cauliflower curry.
Ooh.
And rice, of course.
Sounds nice.
Apparently it's one of the popular food for Bangladeshi people.
Oh, is it? Interesting to know.
And that's also why I'm watching pyrography, don't you?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. Just adding these extra layers in just here. because hair is all about layering. And what we do is we get this section here joined up from there to there.
And Rob from Copper Woodburn has joined us.
Hey,
Hi, Rob.
Rob, how are you doing? Have you had a good week? Just getting these layering. Just a reminder, guys, the pen has got no pressure on it whatsoever. All I'm doing with my hand is just moving it backwards and forwards.
Rob says he's good.
Good, good, good.
JP says you might have noodles for dinner.
Noodles. Like as in stir-fry noodles or a pot noodle?
Probably a pot noodle. JP.
I like stir-fry. So just layering and layering and layering. It's a little bit tedious, but it's definitely worth the wait. We've still got a little bit of pencil mark in there, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because we can take that out with the rubber, and when we scrape some of the hair in, because you need the knife and to be able to put some of the hair, finer hairs in there with the knife, because you have to add highlights to hair, regardless. And it doesn't matter what colour your hair is, it's all got highlights. There we go, just getting it in there.
Yeah, JP says super noodles.
Super noodles. I'm not a fan of super noodles.
Again.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm not a. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Is it because I'm too far zoomed in? So there, and then that should focus there. Is that all right?
It is at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Working all right. Looking good. So we've got this bit here that kind of goes like this. So we're gonna take it like that, and then a bit that goes up, and a bit of a random bit this is, but we'll put it in. Is that the dog?
No. Next door.
Okay. Add a little bit more of a layer in there just so it's a bit darker. Just this bit here as well. On these first layers, it doesn't matter about being completely covered and completely straight. It adds to the overall texture of hair, because there is a lot of texture to hair. And we do want it to look real. Get that in there.
Lucy reckons Jamie's having a pot noodle sandwich.
Pot noodle sandwich. No, I don't think.
No, don't fancy that.
No, I don't think I fancy that either. Keep banging my head on this camera again. I'm sorry. So, which way is that coming? That's actually coming this way, isn't it? So we're going to pull this down, and then that bit goes across there a little bit. Oh, that's my watch, my dinner bell.
Yeah, Lizzie wants to know if I never had one when I've come in drunk. No.
Pot noodle? No.
Yeah.
We don't even buy pot noodles, do we?
No. No, Lucy, coming home drunk means a kebab on the way back.
Yeah. He'd had a few the other day, Tuesday, once he'd been down Shrovetide. Shrovetide here is a medieval football game between the town. So it's, 3 miles apart, the goals are.
Yeah.
In one field and then 3 miles the other way for the other
No,
field.
it's 1.5 miles each way from the centre.
Yeah, from the centre of the town. And how many thousand people play?
God knows.
And yeah, you just throw the ball anywhere. You've got teams getting it from one side to the other. You've got the upwards and the downwards of the town. And one of the pubs had actually sold 3 weeks worth of beer on Tuesday alone. The ball goes up at 2:00 in the afternoon, and Phil goes down, and normally he will get he has a couple of drinks. He plays a game, plays the football. He has a couple of drinks, and he'll get something to eat while he's down there. Well, Tuesday, I makes everybody's tea. I never thought about Phil because normally he has his tea down there. No, he got back, he had to cook his own tea because I hadn't cooked any.
It's always good.
Well, I cooked you some on Wednesday and you'd already eaten. So it was like, okay. So, yeah, it's a great game. And there's normally never fighting or anything, is there? There are thousands and thousands of people that come to play and spectators, stuff like that. There's not a lot goes off. It's a friendly match. I suppose it's not quite football, though, is it? It's football and rugby in one.
Yeah. Oldest game of football in the UK.
Didn't you get squashed against home base's fence?
No, against the building.
Against the building. Yeah.
I was only squashed against the fence until it broke and went over.
Yeah. Yeah, and things do get broken and stuff like that. A lot of places board the windows across because they know what's going to happen otherwise. And home base did they, this year? And one of their slidey door windows got cracked. So just going back over this section here to add a few darker patches. Not worrying about the underneath where I hadn't got it because it's adding texture to the overall look when you add the extra layers in. I know these bits here look a bit dark and sticking out, but it will come together, I promise. Trust the process. Bringing those bits in there.
Here he says cheese and corned beef on toast for the win. Worth getting drunk just to have that.
Cheese and corned beef on toast. I've not tried that. I used to like corned beef mashed in my mashed potatoes with cheese on top and under the grill. That was for a win. I think Mum used to put good old baked beans next to it and all. She used to call it corned beef hash, but I don't think it was actually corned beef hash. If it was her version anyway. So just still adding in these layers. This layer here is actually a first layer, and we're just joining it up with this section just here. I'm going to add some of the darker parts in because it's got quite a few darker parts there. I'm going to go a little bit darker with this and see how it looks. There we go. I don't know whether it's because I'm at the top of this piece of wood or whether it's because of the burner, but this is actually, the wood's not being a pain with extra lines, or whether I'm just not caring because it's hair right now.
I was just going to say, it's probably because you're not caring because,
Yeah.
you're just plotting in the base for the hair.
Yeah. But no, even further down, you can see the skin and that. It's, sort of a little bit grainy.
Is it because it's a lighter burn?
No, this is actually a darker burn than normal.
No, the skin.
The skin, maybe. I don't know. It's just not leaving the vertical lines.
Yeah.
It is vertical. Yes, vertical. So adding in some of the shadows and kind of joining some of the sections up. Now this first layer's gone in. And then what we'll do is we'll see this darker section that we're here. We'll just go from the darker section and go up. Just dragging that burn out so it blends in. There we go. It's blending in nicely now. And what we'll do is do the same. So we'll go from the darker burn and drag it down this section just to get that blended in on the other side. So now that's starting to look blended, even though it's a darker patch. Lots and lots of blending with hair. It's a funny thing to do hair because you've got no sort of no hard lines, and it's all about the tones and where you can put the darker tones and where the mid tones and the light tones all go. And then obviously you've got your highlights on top of that. Okay. What, we've got 20 minutes. There we go. Just getting those in, so that's starting to look a little bit better now. It's not perfect, and it won't look perfect for a while, but it's just getting it in there. Like I say, it doesn't matter which tool you use. I'm a very big advocate of using what you've got. I don't want to go out and buy special tools for something if you don't have to. Making sure that I do shorter strokes on this side hair because the hair itself is a lot shorter. And if you do long strokes, it just looks wrong. There we go, just adding that in nicely there.
Someone says you always have to buy new tools.
Well, yeah, but if you buy new tools, you spend your money on tools that you really, really want, not tools that you just go, oh, I'm going to use it a couple of times.
And Bitten says you wanted to share your Facebook post today, but I can't share, only send.
Oh,
Can you change it?
I didn't realise you couldn't share it.
Because it's in the group.
Oh, I might. Right, okay. I'm not quite sure how. I'll have to have a look at that. I've shared it on my profile, but I don't know whether
You'll have to have
Bitten's
a peek.
seen that one. I don't know if you've seen that one, Bitten. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can share it in the group from the group. I think it's because it's a closed group. I'm in a couple of groups that are open. Well, quite a few groups that are open, and they get so much spam for stuff for over 18s and things like that, and I didn't particularly want that.
Hence why it's a closed group.
Yeah, that's why it's a closed group, and we kind of vet. And we do take a bit of a look on who's joining and stuff like that, because if we do have it, if we do get youngsters in there, because Facebook is from 13, that want to do pyrography, it's not good for them to see that. They probably know all about it, but I don't want them to know all about it from our group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, JP says he shared the live on Instagram.
Thank you. Thank you to anybody that shares or wants to share. Much appreciated. We are still planning Zoom. We're just trying to fathom out, and you lot might be able to help us out actually. What we're thinking about doing the Zoom one in addition to these, perhaps just once a month. So it's all really interactive once a month, and you guys can talk and share what you're doing and stuff like that. Now we're just trying to work out a good day and a good time. So if you guys have got any suggestions, that'd be really, really helpful. We were just talking about it before we came on earlier.
Yeah, we just got to sort of time and date out.
Yeah, that suits.
Well, it doesn't go over the top of somebody else.
Yeah, because there's nothing.
Or somebody else we know, shall we say?
Yeah, somebody else. It's bound to go over the top of somebody, but somebody that we know and quite like. So just adding in these shady bits. Well, they're not shady bits. They are shading, but they're not shady. So just getting the different tonal values.
Rob from Copper Our Woodturner wants to know, is hair one of the hardest parts?
It is.
It's one of the slower parts.
It is one of the slower parts, hence why I'm using this particular tool, because this makes it a lot faster.
And you don't want to be sitting there watching 3 days of Kez burning hair.
Yeah, because otherwise, if I was to use the wire tip, because I have to turn it down so low, it would literally take about 3 days to do, all this hair. So, we've got quite a way in an hour. Just under an hour, 45 minutes. We've got quite a way, because this particular tool here has got we've got quite a flat tip. So it sits on top of the surface of the wood easier than the wire tip at a higher temperature.
So Bitten says Sunday is a perfect day.
Sunday, yeah.
And Lucy says a Monday night that doesn't clash with Wood Turning 360.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to check when the Wood Turning 360 ones are on.
At the moment we don't do. There's been no word for the Dremel Misfit lives on a Sunday evening. So maybe we could slot in somewhere there, which is a little bit later, and it's only once a month, so we could make sure that if the Misfit live did come back, that
Bitten says, oh no, I'm teaching Wood Turning on Monday.
yeah.
Yeah, I say it's possible to do it on a Sunday night when similar time to we did the Misfit Lives.
Yeah.
And if they do come back on, we just have to make sure they don't clash.
Yeah, because I mean the Misfit Lives were only once a month, and we could do the Zooms once a month.
Yeah, as Lucy says, Terry's normally live. Doesn't he do 7 till 8?
Yeah, we used to do 8 till 9 with the Misfit one. I know Terry's live, so we'll have to check what time Terry's live.
Oh, Wade the Woodturner's joined us.
Hey, Wayne, how you doing?
And Wayne says Tuesday evenings are usually free.
Tuesday evenings. Brilliant.
It's good to know, Wayne. Thank you.
Which Wayne?
Wayne the Woodturner.
Oh, okay.
Clasper.
Yeah. I know who Wayne the Woodturner is. I was just just checking which Wayne, because Bigfoot was on, wasn't he? Yeah, definitely useful to know. I did have a list. Wayne sent me a list.
Who was on where? Yes, but
Yes.
she's misplaced it.
No. It's on messages, but it's messages for like months ago. So I have to go back and check.
Apparently Doug Miller's on a Tuesday.
Who is it? That's wood spun round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thought it was.
So we'll scrap the Tuesday evening one.
Yeah. See, I think we may go with a Sunday. We'll just have to find out what time Terry's on.
Well, as Lucy says, Terry's 7 until whenever he finishes.
Yeah. So just getting in some of these layers in here now. And we've got a patch here that we're just going to blend a little bit more. I think actually my gas is going to start running out soon on this Versatip. So I'll have to probably take a moment to regas it.
And Jamie says, for Saturday 4 till 5 is taken.
Yeah, we know that one. There's a lot on Saturdays, isn't there?
Yeah.
Quite a few on Saturdays. Here we go. Just pull that burn down to blend in with the next section. So it goes from a dark to a mid to something a little lighter. Pulling it down, there we go.
Yeah, so apparently Wayne says Tuesday nights are usually free.
Yeah.
And then everybody pointed out Doug.
Well, what time's Doug's on?
I don't know. But apparently Wayne earworms for Doug.
What you like, Wayne? Oh, dear. So just getting that to blend a little bit so it's not so leopard looking like.
Vitten wants to know, is it on battery, that machine?
No, it's just butane, lighter fluid. So
it's a gas machine.
Yeah, so it's a gas machine. It's actually starting to ease up on the gas, so I'm going to put some in a minute. I was up there, wasn't I? I forgot where I was then. So yeah, all we're doing is just getting these sections. What I'm going to do is just going to turn that off upside down with this. There we go, gassed. There we go. All done. All gassed up now. So just going to pull that down. Just to blend in the different patches. Like I say, it's looking a bit leopardy at the moment, but it won't. It won't do once everything's blended and the tonal values are in. And I always tell you guys to look at your reference picture lots and lots and lots. But I haven't done lots of looking at the reference picture today. Just because hair is just random, really. You're never going to get hair exactly how it is on somebody's photo. So you just have to try and do the best you can, really. You don't need to draw every single hair. If you draw every single hair, it will just look incredibly fluffy. And you don't necessarily want hair to look incredibly fluffy. What we're aiming to do is aiming to get the darks, the mids, and the lights in a reasonably correct place.
Bitten says she's found one in Denmark, also a Dremel battery. I didn't know they did a battery one.
No, I didn't know they did a battery one either. Everybody always thinks this one's battery though, so... Would it, I think it would be... No, I've not seen a battery one.
No, I didn't know.
The only battery Dremel I've seen is the rotary tool.
Mm.
The 8260, 8240,
yeah, Wurzel says he's got to go. He's got a migraine. Take care, Alex.
Okay, mate. See you soon. Hope you feel better soon. So just blending these in nicely. And adding some darker patches where needed. Because the darks are pretty random.
How much did the gas one cost?
I think they are about in between £40 and £49 on Amazon. I think.
Definitely don't buy it from Screwfix.
No, what? They're Screwfix.
65.
Wow.
Amazon. Let's have a look how much they are on Amazon. They are 47 on Amazon.
Yeah, it fluctuates, so it does fluctuate. I tend to add things like that to my basket and wait till it's told me it's decreased. Making sure you're going with the flow of the hair. That is really important. What have you found?
I was looking to see if I can find them any cheaper on there.
Do you know? So still blending, and as you can see, the undertones, the first layer that we did is coming through as textural, because you can see the where it's burnt 2 and 3 times, whereas where it didn't quite burn on the first layer is coming through lighter, and that is a really good texture to have. That's what we're looking for, because there are so many layers to hair. do is put some in this section up here. Pull that down and across that way. So the hair is naturally sweeping that way. So that is what we're going to do with the tool, is naturally sweep it in that same direction. Matter.
Catching up with things I've missed while I was looking at other stuff.
You were looking at tools. Let's get it right.
Yeah, JP wanted to know, is leopardie a technical term? And is double leopardie when you're doing twins?
Yeah, maybe. I don't ever claim to be technical. Ever. I just looked at it and thought, that looks a bit leopard-like. Or leopardy. And generally, if it pops into my brain, it comes out my mouth. Sometimes it's an unfortunate event, isn't it?
Yeah, occasionally.
And I go, oops. So just adding these extra bits in, these extra layers, because, like I said, there are just so many layers. So
Down to
many
3
layers.
minutes.
I'm not going to get that done in 3 minutes.
Well, you can do a little bit of it.
Yeah. Be like hocus pocus, wouldn't it, to get that done in 3 minutes?
Here's one I did earlier.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That's the unfortunate event. I didn't do it earlier. Any picture that is done live has not been done previous. I do them for the first time on the live. So any workings out of wood, or like we've had the wood grain be a bit dodgy on the skin section. It's not the first time that wood has gone a little bit dodgy for me, but you know, it's the first time doing this on obviously this particular piece of wood. And even if I'd done it before, it would be on a completely different piece of wood and wouldn't react the same. So everything is done for the first time. On these lives. We will be looking at fabrics after this one, which I'm really excited about. I've not done, I have wood burnt fabrics, not as in burning the fabric, burning a picture of the fabric. I have done it, but haven't done lots and lots like portraits. So we are going to be looking at burning fabrics and seeing what we can do with it. And I'll show, I will talk my findings through live, really. I've done a lot of hair and a lot of fur on portraits and stuff, and I absolutely love portraits, but I think it's time to come out of the comfort zone and try something new.
Bitter wants to know how did it go work burning on paper?
I've enjoyed burning on paper. It is incredibly slow, like really, really slow.
You'd expect it to be
faster,
wouldn't you?
Yeah, I did. I expected it to sort of like nearly burn through the paper on a medium temperature, and it really, really didn't. I could turn my machine up to around a 6 or a 7, and it was only just burning.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that was because of the type of paper, because I was using a thick paper to try and combat wrinkly paper, because when you add heat to paper, it wrinkles. So it was a really thick watercolor paper that I was using. So I don't know. I'm going to try. But yeah, I mean, the picture itself, I probably should have picked something a little smaller to burn. But yeah, I will show you that bit. I can't show you this week. It's inside, but I will pop it out for next
Wayne
week.
says, I've burnt fabric. I should have never stood so close to the barbecue.
So
You're on overtime now.
okay. Do I get paid overtime?
No.
Oh, damn it. You're not a very good manager, are you? So, right, what we'll do is we will leave it there because I'm not paid overtime, apparently. I'm only messing. But yeah, let me zoom that out. Oh, no, that's in. There you go. So we're starting to get that bit in. This bit actually is a little bit wide just on this top section here, but I'm not going to worry about that. We will take some of that away with either the rubber or the knife when we come towards the end of it. But yeah, this is a couple of layers going in. Let me pull that down there. So this is just a couple of layers going in. There are quite a few more layers to go in, but using that particular tip and the solid point burner, because these solid point burners are they still hold their heat. So even though this is turned off, I can still just about burn on that section there. So these solid point burners hold their heat for quite a long time, which gives a good overall finish for darker areas. So we will leave that there. Next week we will follow down, and then we'll see if we can get some of these eyebrows in, I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do all the hair at once. So right, excuse me, are you changing me over? Yeah. Thank you.
Don't look in this direction. You're supposed to look at the camera.
I know I'm doing. Yeah, so hair with a Versatip, Dremel Versatip hair. And that's it for this week. We will be back next week, 4 o'clock on Sunday, Greenwich Mean Time, and we will be doing the other side of the hair of this portrait. And thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll see you same time next week. See you soon.